When we pitched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it was an odd idea for people, and and not just the silly name, but just the idea that we were going to build an action horror show around a young woman without without giving her the fella to come in and rescue her every 5 minutes.
Well, what do we do now?
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'd like to get out of this place. I don't like the library very much anymore.
Hey, I hear there's a dance at the Bronze tonight. Could be fun.
Yeah.
Buffy?
Sure. We save the world. I say we party.
It never seemed like a particularly radical notion to me, but a lot of people were like, oh my God, why, we never thought of it. And I'm just like, okay, I'm real smart then. The one thing that I had hoped to take part in was a shift in popular culture in the sense of people accepting the idea of the female hero, not just a heroine, but a hero, in a way that I hadn't seen done really since, I would say, Sarah Connor or Ripley.
They haven't been through what I've been through. They're not the Slayer. I am. Sometimes I feel... This is awful. I feel like I'm better than them. Superior.
I thought I was going to be one of those guys who, you start a show up and then you go off and you do the next thing, and I couldn't leave. I was in love.
You think you know what's to come? What you are? You haven't even begun.
The thing I'm going to miss the most is the writers. There's aspects of production that were great fun. I love shooting the show, but ultimately finding the story and being in a room full of writers and knowing that you found it, knowing that moment when you go, oh, that's the thing, is the best feeling in the world. Trying to work that mythology through experience, through like, what did it feel like? And when you get a job, have a bad relationship, don't go to the prom, whatever it was, and the incredibly ridiculous stories that would lead to.
I wish Buffy Summers had never come to Sunnydale.
Done. Episode 16 of season 3, Doppelgangland. Evil Willow and Good Willow, and Good Willow comes into the room and everybody thought she was dead. That's just something that's always stood out in my mind because every single one of my actors was as funny as anybody has ever been.
It's horrible. That's me as a vampire. I'm so evil and skanky. And I think I'm kind of gay.
I learned more about writing from this show than, in all the years before. It's like a grad school. We learned that we could do more and more. And originally it was, let's have these metaphors that people will relate to. And that was great. And it really hit home the idea that I had never really articulated before, which is simply the audience has to go through what the characters are going through.
Is she cold?
It's not her. It's not her. She's gone.
Where'd she go?
We could push a little further, that we could push these guys as actors, we could push ourselves as writers and filmmakers, and we could push the audience in a direction they didn't expect. It could be tragedy, it could be farce, it could be, romance, it could be all three. We could do Hush, we could say, let's just scare people. Let's really scare them. lot of times television is about the comfort. It's about, you know exactly what you're going to get. And that there's something to be said for that. But to be able to be in, season 6 and go, oh my God, I'm terrified. We might fail at this experiment. We're going to do our best, but we might fail. And it's not a situation of, well, we're bored, so let's sing.
Going through the motions, losing all my drive. I can't even see if this is really me, and I just wanna be alive.
It's a question of, can we do this? Can we justify this? Can we just make an episode, that has the integrity of the show, but does something that we've never done, that we're really, we could really fall on our faces? That's a privilege. That's a rare privilege, to be that late in a season.
These endless days are finally ending in a place, and we are caught in the fire. The point of no return. So we will walk through the fire and let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn.
When I hired Sarah, I saw that she was a competent actress who was charming and could be funny. I pushed her more and pushed her more emotionally. I found that she could, really go to places that I hadn't intended. And so I was like, oh, the show could be darker and more depressing. Why, that's perfect for me.
You got a lot to learn about men, kiddo. Although I guess you proved that last night.
What are you saying?
Let's not make an issue out of it, okay? In fact, let's not talk about it at all. It happened.
Was it me? Was I not good?
You were great. Really. I thought you were a pro.
How can you say this to me?
Lighten up. It was a good time. It doesn't mean like we have to make a big deal.
It is a big deal.
I created that character about 16 years ago, and then did the show for 7 years, which was a lot more than I expected to. In terms of what we were able to do with this series, they really left us to our own devices, and we really told the stories we wanted to tell. With those actors, there's very little I couldn't have done. So my only regret is that I didn't have the energy for more. Everybody was still in the game when the game finished, and that's how you win.